blood. Now, you'll have to let me know how we feel about this. Because Peter Rosenberg, that old nigga off the radio, he said Sheff G and Sleepy Hallow no longer allowed to perform at Summer Jam anymore because they endorsed Trump. And again, as soon as I hear that, in my mind, I think about, like, okay, so, like, yo, how many other instances behind closed doors in the industry are these artists getting told, if you don't play ball, we're shutting you down like Kmart? But again, y'all gotta let me know in the comment section what we think about it. I can't agree with it. I don't understand how your political view can affect what's going on in the hip-hop scene. It's kind of like I guess you could say how religion can tear people apart. Like, I guess you would say I'm what you would label a fucking Christian. But I don't really get down with all the facade and the whole movement of it. Like, I just know I have a relationship with God, and I know I have my core beliefs in Jesus, and yo, that's it for me. But again, like, yo, I don't care if you believe in Allah, the devil, the sun. Like, yo, nigga, that's your business. As long as you treat me with respect, like, we can always fucking work together. You feel me? But again, y'all have to let me know what you think about it, bro. Because again, I don't care. I might disrespect Joe Biden all the time for falling down the stairs and his son smoking crack. But yo, I'm gonna give it a P. I'm a felon, so I can't vote no way. So that's his business. You know what I'm saying? But if you choose to vote for Biden, I'm not gonna be like, yo, nigga, I'm not gonna treat you like how you remember when COVID was in effect and niggas were staying like 6 feet away from each other. Like, I'm not gonna keep my fucking distance from you just because your political views, your religious views, whatever your sexual orientation is. Like, if we have shit in common and you treat me nicely, like, what is the problem? But again, I've been chatting. Y'all let me know what you think about all this. I think it's brazy.
As far as I'm concerned, I hit everybody at the station. Let's pull them off Summer Jam. I just want y'all to know that is me, Karen Rosenberg. I don't want him on Summer Jam.
Rosenberg.
But
and that nigga Karen Rosenberg type of nigga to ask, can he speak to the manager?
One thing I want to say. One thing I want to say. They always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/hookah_anonymous. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, Hot 97, Sheff G, Sleepy Hallow, Donald Trump, right? Old Man Ebro, Peter Rosenberg, and I forgot her name, some Styles. Now let's talk about it. Here's my thing, right? Whether you agree with Sheff G, and Sleepy Hallow meeting up with Donald Trump, you know, in the Bronx. First and foremost, let me tell y'all, 9 times out of 10, Sheff G and Sleepy Hallow, they was paid. We all know, like, or maybe they really do support Trump. Who knows? But when I first seen it, I said, well, 9 times out of 10, this was a publicity stunt. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in their team told them to go support Trump. Maybe they was paid. Who knows? It was just mad random. And anybody listening to this, I'm pretty sure y'all felt the same way. Nobody expected to see Sheff G and Sleepy Hallow out of all people with Donald Trump. It was weird, right? However, here's the thing. Let's say they are Trump's.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a P with you though. Like, and again, like, this is just my opinion. I'm a felon. Again, I gotta state that. I can't vote no way. But I would vote for Trump. Just because, I mean, the nigga does have some, I don't want to say he has ties to hip-hop, but y'all remember when he got Kodak out, when he got Weezy out, the nigga got his 2 stimulus checks, the nigga just went down for 34 felonies! Like, yo, when they do that little White House inauguration shit, your blood probably gonna have an ankle monitor on. Y'all gotta know in the comment section, I ain't gonna lie, like, man, like, this shit he promised it and all the controversy around him. He's a very charismatic nigga. I ain't gonna lie, like, it's hard to not want him to be running the country. But, y'all, again, I don't care if you do vote for Joe Biden. It don't matter, like, what your political view is. I just think that it's wrong for motherfuckers to come out on the radio show, bash this nigga. I heard they talking about he was, like, accused of a murder or something. Ooh, excuse me. But I think that's fucking wrong just because that nigga offended something that you believe in. It's almost like, I don't want to say that's like dictatorship, but you're almost like forcing your views upon this nigga. Easy, but you like, okay, nigga, like I said, you don't want to fucking do what I tell you to do. You don't believe what I fucking say is true. Alright, nigga, well, guess what? Your ass ain't performing all summer. Now that's crazy, blood. Like I said, yo, that's almost like having a nigga at gunpoint.
Supporters, let's say they do love Trump.
Wait, hang tight. Alright, blood, my bad, yo. I'm black, I would say. My girl needed to be gassed up real quick, but anywho.
They like what he's doing. And I could get further into that, but I'm going to just leave that here because everybody's, political standpoints is different. Everybody feel how they feel. But here's the thing. We live in America. You're supposed to have freedom of speech.
Oh, shit. Yo, I didn't even think of that. Yo, we like the land of the free. That's like America's slogan. Like if they had to put it on the side of a football helmet or something, hey, I'm going to keep it a P with you, bro. Like, motherfuckers is always pushing this equality, this open-minded shit. Like, they always say, like, let that nigga cook! Until you start fucking saying some shit that they don't like. And that's exactly what happened here. And again, we really have to ask the bigger question that if this is what's going on and they're being this public about it, they're letting us know, like, yes, we're being biased. What the fuck is going on behind the scenes? What about the shit that we can't see? Like, now, I'm telling y'all nowadays, like, yo, if the niggas ain't tap dancing for Massa, they're like, yo, we don't hear them on the radio. They not in your most popular favorite Spotify playlist. You get what I'm saying? Y'all gotta let me know in the comments what we think. I remember when, like, Drake dropped Scorpion, like, nigga, like, yo, hey, as soon as I hit the fucking little Spotify app, the little logo as the icon, there you go. As soon as I tap that shit, bro, and Spotify log in, yo, it's a fucking, like, portrait of Drake right there. Your blood look like the Mona Lisa or something. Easy! But y'all get what I'm saying, man. So I guess you really do have to tap dance, moonwalk, play ball like Michael Jordan for these niggas. Otherwise, your career will go nowhere. And I'm gonna keep it a P, man. Like, I hope more shit like this kind of comes to the light. Because, like, again, man, like, yo, we know the niggas that's being pushed upon us is definitely industry manufactured. Like Drake and Nicki and some of the original people to create the formula, I feel like they're the legends we see now. But, like, I remember we was watching that woman's documentary about, like, Lotto and Sexy Red and all them. They're all watered-down versions of Nicki. They're trying to, like, replicate the formula, maybe with a goddamn spin on it. But I'm really getting sidetracked. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments.
You're supposed to be able to sit there and be able to vote for whoever you want to, or feel however you feel and speak however you speak freely, right? Not to mention the music industry has nothing to do with politics. So why are we mixing politics with the music industry? And this comes because Hot 97's coordinator, old man Ebro, in which I feel Ebro, shout out to him. He's done a great job with Hot 97, but he's getting too old, right? His viewpoints on a lot of things, it comes from an older, standpoint. And the thing about it is, music is always evolving, right? Music is always going left, right. The South might have it. The Midwest might have it. New York might have it. Who knows? But it's always shifting. It's always evolving. And I feel like a lot of times he's biased towards the changes, whenever it favors the younger crowd. And what's funny, he makes it very known. He makes it very known that he doesn't like the new stuff, the young stuff. He's more old school, and I get it because music isn't the same. But with you being the head of a big radio station such as Hot 97, you have to go with the changes. You have to give the people what they want. However, Ebro, he seems a little stubborn. But let's get into what happened today. Now, like we stated, Sheff G and Sleepy Hallow, they met up at the Trump rally and they supported Trump. Like I said, it looked like they was paid to be there. You had Sleepy Hollow saying, "Let's make America great again." It just seemed like they were just put there. However, if they support Trump, then that's who they support, right? Well, Hot 97's Ebro, Laura Stiles, and Peter Rosenberg, they had a difference of opinions and you know how they feel towards it. Y'all check what they had to say.
As far as I'm concerned, I hit everybody at the station. Let's pull them off Summer Jam. I just want y'all to know that is me, Karen Rosenberg. I don't want him on Summer Jam.
Rosenberg.
But Trump will.
Yo, you had Karen Rosenberg. He said, "Yo, somebody tell me where the manager is at."
Associate with anybody from any walk of life. And by the way, and by associate, I mean bring you out so that he can use you as a prop to get votes.
Now, Peter Rosenberg was the person that suggested that he wouldn't mind seeing these guys not perform on Summer Jam stage. And when you look in the caption, they kind of hinted towards going with that decision. They would say, quote, "If you don't see Sheff G or Sleepy Hollow at Summer Jam this year, blame Karen Rosenberg."
That's crazy.
Now, after seeing these guys clown and bash him for who he decided to support, Sheff G would take to his Instagram story as a response, and he would say, quote, "Damn, though we was free to vote for whoever we wanted, I never knew we had to have the same political opinion as Laura Stiles, Old Man Ebro, Rosenberg Radio in order to gain success." Imagine that. Crazy thing is, throughout all my success, I never seen neither of y'all mention my name. Y'all sat silently and watched. LOL, whisper. But as soon as something that y'all consider negative come up, y'all quick to shout out, LOL, y'all the reason our generation is the way it is. I'm not even gonna say no disrespectful ish neither. It's all love. Blue heart, hashtag everything lit. Now what he's pretty much saying is when he came home, you know, instead of them congratulating, instead of them saying his name, saying something positive being that he just came home, they rather wait until something like this where they deem negative to actually say his name and then say that they want to take him off for Summer Jam. Rather spew negativity than to promote positivity. Now here's the thing. Ebro says that Trump is just using them. They don't even realize they're being used. He only doing that because he's running for president and he's trying to get the votes from pretty much African Americans. But let's be real. Trump isn't the only one that does that. As politicians, they all do that. They kind of ignore us throughout their whole term. And soon as election time comes, that's when they want to put everything that we've been talking about to the.
But can we really say he ignored us? Again, I gotta point out, like, hey, they took the handcuffs off Kodak because of Donald Trump. You remember the nigga, they was like kicking him out of office or whatever, and like, that nigga said, yo, before I fucking am a normal nigga again, yo, make sure that nigga Kodak Black can drop some new music. Y'all let me know in the comments, like, I mean, shit, y'all always talking about, oh, you know, this nigga's appropriating black culture, you know, you done infiltrated the community. But like at the same point in time, if we point niggas out as culture vultures, you know, saying they're using the black community for the further of their agenda, like what about Joe Biden? Like, yo, this nigga be around black people all the time. Like, I think the only reason and this is my opinion, like I said, y'all don't attack me in the comments over it, but I think he only appointed Kamala Harris because she a nigga. So I'm just saying all that to say, but like, no, like, hey, like, it's not just like Trump using these guys. Like, yo, these guys got public exposure. Like, they was all over the news. And again, like, I mean, they was already known artists. Like, Sheff G is like running a part of New York. You know what I'm saying? But at the same point in time, like, yo, they really just exposed them to the mainstream. Guarantee you, it's little, like, middle-aged white women at home. Like, yo, they kids, they like, wait a second, yo, Donald Trump surrounded around murderers? Yo, they looking up Sheff G, yo, they see what he got charged for. Even whether they like the music or not, they listening to it. They hear about this nigga talking about catching bodies, chopping them up, tossing them in the river. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Y'all had to let me know in the comments, but, like, yo, Trump kind of put these niggas on. Like, yo, going out with fucking Trump on stage is, I mean, it didn't work out so well for Lil Pimp, but this nigga it's kind of like having a Drake feature. Back when the Drake feature was, like, really still hitting. You remember when, like, a Drake feature was in full effect, like, with, like, Block Boy JB and shit like that? What was that nigga, Heady One? When Drake was speaking Arabic in the song? Like, yo, hey, after that Cuban thing told me I look like, yo, man, look like Hamza, like, after Drake said that shit, I never heard of the nigga Heady One again. But I just say all that to say, you know, Donald Trump I personally don't think that he just using these niggas, yo. And again, like I say, like the nigga Donald Trump just went down for 34 felonies. Like I said, like, hey, I don't want to say he's integrated in the hood, but like, yo, it's white boys in the hood who crashing out like that, even if they're all low-class felonies. 34 of them? Yo, like, K-Flock, Melly, TK, yo, they're not even doing that kind of numbers. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Like, hey, if Sheff G had a Donald Trump feature, the nigga is going platinum first week. Nigga fucking skyrocket on the charts. Yo, what are we fucking talking about?
The forefront and then act like they're saving us. Acting like they have our best interests at heart. They do it all the time with the student loans, minimum wage, reparations, all type of things that they talk about canceling or helping us with if we elect them. And then when we finally elect them, they get into office and they don't do nothing for us. You know, they all do that. But let's talk about something deeper than that. Let's talk about the censorship that we see all the time that people act like don't exist. Why are these guys being clowned or bashed for who they decided to vote for or who they decide to support? Right? Because if it was anybody else, would they get that same treatment? You know, and why is this being allowed? Here these guys are threatening these guys from performing, stopping their money, all because based on who they voting for. So that means they're pretty much pushing the narrative. They're being biased. In a big radio station like Hot 97, y'all can't be biased because a lot of people support y'all. What if you have some Trump supporters that feel away because y'all feel that y'all can kick them off of Summer Jam for being a supporter of Trump? And even though these guys...
God, I didn't even think of that. Yo, the fucking Trump supporters, the niggas that stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Yo, hey, shut up. My mom's birthday is actually on January 6th. But anywho, to think that they backing these two now? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I never really thought of that. Like I say, hey, these Trump supporters, you know, like, they'll blindly do what Trump will ask them to. You know, taking instructions from them is like, you know, kind of like taking directions, following a fucking blind nigga down a fucking freeway intersection. So, like, yeah, of course they're willing to crash out for Trump. And if Trump say, like, yo, nigga, hey, Sheff G dropping next Thursday. Yo, stream that shit, make sure Spotify crash. Yo, they're gonna do it, right? Y'all let me know in the comments, are the Trump supporters going to equate to streams, sales for Sheff G and Sleepy Hollow?
Acting like they playing. This shows the power behind the scenes that people have. Just
hey, my bad. And my last thing, yo, to just think that these niggas is low key being blackballed in front of our very eyes. Not even blackball, I guess blackmail. But y'all have to let me know what we thinking because again, like they're telling them like, if you don't do what we want or if you disagree with what we think is right. Like, my nigga, your career is over. They said, yo, Starbucks is hiring everybody. Whether you a felon or not, they said, yo, Sheff G, you could be out on bond, nigga. Hey, yo, they said fucking Dunkin' Donuts will hire you even if you got the ankle monitor on.
Just because you feel like supporting somebody, no matter who it is. Right now with Trump, who knows? Maybe in the future, it could be somebody that you actually want to win. But instead, these guys are bashing these guys for who they voting for. And that sets the tone. Because subconsciously, you putting in people's heads, as an artist, I can't support this person, even if I like them, but I can't support them publicly because if I do, I run the risk of not being able to perform. I run the risk of my songs not being able to be played on Hot 97. I run the risk of these guys getting online and bashing me on social media. So, like I said, it's not fair. It's not a freedom of speech. A lot of people like to say there's no censorship with who they voting for. But it is. Subconsciously it is. Maybe not in a literal sense, but they're making it seem like you have to vote for one person. You have to only vote for this person. You have to like this person. It's not like that. Everybody.
Hey, yeah, he's not wrong. And that also bring out more fear in other artists to come out and maybe express their political views, you know? Like I said, if I doubt it will, but if hip-hop did want to go in a political direction, shit like this will definitely make that never happen. Like, if Drake came out and he'd be like, you know what? I think Joe Biden's doing a swell job. Like, he would never fucking say it due to the fucking fact that shit like this, like I said, like, now, if he did support Joe Biden and he goes against the Trump motherfuckers, like, imagine what motherfucker, you get what I'm saying? So it almost is like taking away the freedom of speech, because like if motherfuckers really do speak their mind, they know the consequences might be crazy.
They have their own views, whether you're a Trump supporter or not. Once again, whether it's Trump or anybody else down the line, if you continue this behavior, you never know who it might be in the future. Alright, so y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this whole thing. Don't forget to like, comment, share.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all give the nigga Hookah Anonymous a like and a goddamn sub. And yeah, yo, I'm telling you now, I think it is wild. Hold up, let's check this out. Because they're being criticized, they're being blackmailed in front of our very eyes. Like, yo, the cancel culture niggas must be on vacation. Like, yo, they must be like on one of them fucking airplanes with no Wi-Fi, yo. No cellular service up there. How can they not know what's going on? Nah, cause yo, this is wild. Like I said, yo, we're the Black Lives Matter right now. Because again, like yo, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when I was like a little nigga in middle school, man, like to be able to stand aside the president, it don't matter if the nigga was white or black, but like everybody in the fucking world would have been like, yo, that's an honor, yo, that little nigga is special. He's going places. But like nowadays we see somebody who's standing next to a former president / possible candidate elect, I guess you label him. And motherfuckers got shit to say? Nah, yo, y'all gotta let me know what we fucking think about it. Sleepy Hollow, that nigga said this old nigga is dick eater. Okay. Alright, so yo, the nigga responded like a drunk female. Evil Lord style. Sheff G and Sleepy Hollow endorses Trump. Yeah, okay, and then yeah, we heard Sheff G. Like I said, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that was very, very mature, Sheff G, the way he responded, because he could have crashed out, he could have said some wild shit. But again, yeah, ain't that nigga like out on bond? So the way he responded definitely is like an adult. Like I said, like they're never gonna let Sleepy Hollow back on stage. Like I said, maybe in a year or two you might see Sheff G pop out again. Maybe sooner than that, hopefully. But like I said, Sleepy Hollow, they gonna be like, all right, nigga, we'll overlook the trunk shit. But what about that shit about you telling us to put a penis in our mouth? Easy. You know Diddy, not a goddamn Diddy in sight. Well said, Sheff G. Grown man responds. Well said, young man. Yo, representing the black community and his neighborhood with respect and pride. You can't nobody fucking be like, hey, man, like I said, yo, see, hey, Rosenberg was right. Like, yo, see, they don't deserve to fucking do. Look how they acting. Like, nope. Like I said, yo, this nigga handled himself appropriately, and all we can do is clap for this nigga, you know? Easy. Oh my god, like I meant clap my hands, okay? Like, yo, calm down. Well said, young man, I respect the response. Clear cut facts, that response though. Sheff G really growing up. Facts, they never spoke on either of them till this, which is crazy. Shout out to Sheff for a mature response. Sheff handled that. Sheff mature. Crazy! Sheff a real one. Let them vote for the supporter who they want to. Rosenberg acting like a secret state police. Rosenberg moving like a dictator. Ain't even a fan of. Heard his music once, but Sheff G just killed him. Real grown response. Facts. Sheff G W restore. Hey, Sheff G, how many followers do this nigga? I'm just curious. The Godfather, okay, 1.1. Okay, yeah, his shit definitely probably gotta be going up, huh? Oh yeah, niggas are straight to the bro trying to get paid. George, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. Hey, yo, Trump did get Kodak out of jail. Like fuck. Hey, for them hopping on stage. For them allegedly trying to brainwash the fucking black community in the Bronx for Donald Trump. Yo, hey, Trump gotta fucking tell him to get rid of the paperwork, right? Y'all have to fucking let me know. Look at the grace from Sheff G. I'ma spend him a few hundred times this weekend. Oh, his number's going up, y'all. Yeah, he went brazy with that response. Well said, Sheff G. Grown man response. I respect the response, clear cut facts. The response though, well said, young man. They never spoke on either of them till this, which is brazy. Shout out to Sheff for the mature response. Like I said, hey, they only want to mention the niggas' names. for when shit go wrong. Didn't Chef G say something about they only want to fucking scream out when he do something wrong? But that nigga Trump, he only chatting about the fucking W's. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments what we fucking think. But if you enjoyed the vid, like, sub, we'll catch you on the next one.